Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm synced up and I'm stinked up because I'm all musky. Oh, brother, I am the musk bastard. My name is Charles Kahn. With me, as always, is Grimes. Hello, Grimes.
I missed your musk, your scent, your lore.
Don't you guys dare be talking bad about my Lord and Savior, Elon Musk.
With us is Muskahar.
Yes, fuck you. Oh, that was good. That
was a good one.
That
was a good one.
Yes.
The only reason why you're saying that is because he drives you around.
Hey, listen, he keeps me safe, and he makes sure those 12-year-olds on the road are out of sight, out of mind.
Unless there's a kink in the system.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, the car wasn't identifying kids and human beings today, so I think the AI is evolving. I think at some point we shall be destroyed by the tech overlords.
I saw that in a movie once. It was a pretty good movie.
Was it Terminator?
It was called RoboCop. No, it was RoboCop. The robot couldn't walk down the stairs. The robots were the robots sucked so much that they had to get a real cop who was mostly dead, put him inside the robot, and then he had to fight the robot. And the robot was just like a bitch compared to the robot cop.
And see, that makes me wonder. It's like no matter all the advancements you need, you still need like a human being, and it doesn't have to be like a decent human being. It could just be like the most crippled fucking person imaginable, and you'd still be able to get by.
Yeah, there was a cartoon. I'm gonna say like 2002-ish. It was called Big Guy and Rusty the Boy Robot, where the premise was the world was protected by a robot called the Big Guy.
Okay. But
they had developed this new boy robot, Rusty, who had that Pamela Adlon, Bobby Hill voice. Hey, Dad. That voice. And the big guy, the gimmick of the show was that the big guy robot, who this little boy robot idolized, was actually just like a really grizzled military dude driving this robot fighting all the aliens and giant robots and things, all the evil of the world that would come in. It still was just a man inside the robot. Homer Simpson did the same thing with the BattleBot, where he gets inside a BattleBot and has to fight stuff.
Yeah,
that's where the future is going to be. There's going to be drones versus guys who are piloting the drones like manually, who are actually in the drone. It'll be a piloted drone. I think that's where war is going. It's going to get real weird. It's going to be like real weird sickos is what it's going to be. It's going to be like that.
So is Elon going to head this?
I mean, I would like him to.
Elon Musk, and for $8, he will.
$8.
You know
$8.
$8. You know what I would pay $8 a month for? Is like, you know how Elon has that brain chip company? Imagine if we could upload our consciousness to the mind cloud for $8 a month.
It'd be like that South Park episode where it was shitter. Like everything you think it like tweets like automatically. Why can't we have that? Since Elon is in charge now, why can't we just have that?
I'll tell you exactly why we can't have that, Jen. Because my friends laugh at the most mean-spirited stuff, and so that's what the group chats are. There's a great meme of all the different ethnicities of dudes all saying, "Yep, we're all friends," and it's just it has at the top what actual racist groups look like, because they're all using racial humor. I guess there's somebody outside of it thinks, "Oh my God, these guys are monsters," saying all this mean stuff, but they're really like the tightest, like best buddies in the world, who all just rib each other. And that's every group chat is that, of just guys shitting on one another for anything. So if a guy's too fat, it's, you lard ass. If he's too smart, he's like, "Oh, here's the big brain. Look at you." And it's the same thing. Like if you find out, oh, he's a feet guy. Well, oh, look at you. You're so, like,
dude, that foot shit is so gross.
There's a guy in one of our group chats who's a friend of ours who is unashamedly, like, he absolutely loves feet. Like, this guy is a
never
toe
understand
man.
Things like feet fetishes. Like, what the fuck do you got off with? It's a foot, bro.
What about Boogie's feet?
No,
I would suck those feet, no question.
Would you pose?
Yeah.
Listen,
has some very, very puffy feet. The motherfuckers don't look healthy at all.
You could absolutely pose with Boogie for some promotional photo shoots for his OnlyFans, because Boogie's going to OnlyFans.
No.
I saw him try to collaborate with some other OnlyFans
You
grinders.
could be the too mad to his Belle Delphine. That could be what you do, Muda Heart.
Man, I think I might have to.
You could suck his toes.
No.
I think I might have to swallow lead if that was me.
Yeah. I was teasing Boogie saying, "Oh, this is your grand scheme You're gonna become a porn star just so you could pay these girls their scene rates and bang all these OnlyFans girls.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. This is what you call rock bottom. And okay, let me. I should have. No. Listen. I should have. Okay, no. Listen. I should have prefaced that by saying that if you're doing OnlyFans and you've been doing it and you've been grinding, like, good for you. You fucking keep to it. But this is like Boogie's like last legs. This is him in like the original Legend of Zelda game. You know when you have like one half and you're beeping? This is Boogie. Boogie has one half fucking life of a heart and he's beeping. So what does he do? Fucking starts his goddamn OnlyFans. And it's just the biggest, stupidest grift. The only reason why people are going to sub to this is because they want to look at a fucking train wreck. This is the only reason why. Okay, I went off on a tangent.
Who's that guy that everybody hates? He's like a violin guy. Oh man,
Nikocado Avocado.
Yeah, I don't even want to attempt to say that. That guy has an OnlyFans. People have,
but he's not at the rock bottom stage.
Yeah,
you see what I mean?
If anything, he's
how much further can that guy go down?
There's a difference. Boogie has lost everything in crypto. He was poor mouthing, e-begging, talking about watch my videos, order my cameos. Do everything you can. I need money. I'm in serious trouble. I need help. So he had hit the rock bottom. People were suggesting to Boogie, maybe, I don't know, get a job. So, but that was completely out of the question.
I can't work a job. I can't stand up all day.
He tweeted something about like, yep, well, I'm nearly 50 and I have no work experience and I'm depressed and I'm just obese and I'm this and I was like, God, dude, like, all right, well, I guess not then.
It's like every time I hear like everyone, and this is like it's like Twitter when like we're like click on like some bio and it's just like they're collecting all the victim cards. Like, bro, okay, chill the fuck out there. It's like, yeah, I'm like disabled. I've got like, fucking crazy like early arthritis. I'm like, all right, chill the fuck out there.
I'm gay. I'm disabled. I'm a veteran. I'm racist. I'm everything.
He might as well have just said Japanese. That. And I think I quote tweeted that and I said, like, God, I hope this isn't his fucking resume. I'm
a RoboCop.
RoboCop.
So that's the difference between him and Nikocado Avocado. Nikocado Avocado isn't at rock bottom. The guy's at the top of his game. He's just making sure that he's feeling everything he can. He's going to be everywhere on any social media platform, even OnlyFans. The problem with Boogie is this is like last ditch effort to try to make some money. So that's the difference. This is coming from people are going to oogle at me, and he knows why people would even sub to it. People are going to hate sub to it, obviously.
You guys are saying he knows that. Rock bottom. I say that this is a scheme so that he can bang porn stars. He probably can't afford
that actually might be
he made really to bang all these whores. He's not getting any good ass, so he's after some good ass. He wants.
Yeah, it's like I would like to collaborate with you, and it's like
he did. He tweeted that.
Yeah,
like yesterday or the day before, he tweeted at some OnlyFans girl.
I think what's really wild to me is like how so obviously we know that parasocial problems on YouTube and just any form of it's a problem.
It's weird. Yeah. It's a weird thing because I know Muda from the internet stuff. And we've talked a little bit. He's been on the podcast a few times, but it's still a weird thing where it's like, well, like if life and like being famous is a totem pole, if I'm somewhere here, like maybe one peg up from like absolute rock bottom, to use that phrase, here all the way near the top of the totem pole, this is where Muda's at. And it's a weird feeling of like
even think it's so much that with like the parasocial shit.
Yeah, it's an odd thing because it's we're friends, but it's like it's an online thing, so we're
What were you gonna say about Amuda?
Well, I just for me when I think of parasocial stuff, I think of things like obviously when we're communicating with our fan bases, we're a little bit closer than like the average, like I don't want to say celebrity, but like I could never like when I was a kid, I used to think Arnold was like the coolest dude. Okay, like I watched Terminator 2 all the time. I never could comment underneath somewhere what Arnold could see, you know. But nowadays,
you ever write a fan letter?
No, I never wrote a fan letter. I didn't even know how the postal system worked when I was a kid. But like with the kids these days, like they look up to like Dream and all these various people that's their celebrities, that's their icons and idols, right? And the cool thing is for them, they can like contact them through like various means, and those creators will actually see their comments, their posts, their threats to them. You know, it's a really cool time that we live in, right? And like the kids growing up now have a totally different experience with their idols and people. So when it comes to like parasocial stuff, when it comes to like Boogie, who's like he uploaded 2 of those videos where it's like, okay guys, I need help, I need money. And I'm like, you know, it's such a clear advantage. Like you're taking advantage of like the people in your community that are going to jail. Like when he's like, hey, I could do with the $5 a month if you just send it to me. If like, I'm like, no, your financial shit is all on you, you know, like, nobody's out there. Nobody should be out there to fucking bail out Burt Reynolds, God rest his soul, when he lived extremely and didn't save a fucking chunk of money. Nobody should be out there to bail Boogie. Like Boogie's like financial situation is such a weird, puzzling conundrum to me, because it's like he's made a good chunk of money.
He was YouTube. The fucking trending gamer, what, 5 years ago, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
He was the guy.
He made
Everybody
good money.
Loved him.
How he still has a mortgage baffles me. How he still has baffles the fuck out of me. I don't get it. I don't understand it, a lot of it. The other thing is, it's like, dog, if you wanted to burn your money on toys and magic cards, that's on you. Like, I've invested nearly every chunk of my cash. Jen will tell you, like, if I'm out there spending money, it's like when we're doing something, you know, I never really go out of my way to spend shit on
Build
myself.
an infrastructure. You got to have some sort of infrastructure. You got to have a foundation. You can't just, you know, I would love to have a room filled with Ninja Turtle shit like Michelle Ivy. Shout out to her, the biggest Ninja Turtle fan in the world. Mm-hmm. You know, but that's not the lifestyle that I'm living. I've got a poster hanging up that I've had for the last 30 years of the movie. Mm-hmm. And that's about all the Ninja Turtle merch that I want to have, you know, period. Like, I don't need to surround myself and immerse myself in all this shit. I got work to do. I can't.
It's just like it's not your fan base's responsibility to upkeep you after you were irresponsible with your own money.
Yes.
So he makes this video talking about, you know, like, this is the end, or I don't remember what the fuck title it was. And he's in his backyard talking about, like, you know, well, this is my house and it's my backyard, but I don't know for how long. And I just thought, like, how manipulative, like, how ridiculous, you know?
If you had to be Boogie, you know what a normal person would do? They suck it up. They realize, hey, my life is not the same as it used to be. Maybe it's time to pack shit up. Maybe it's time to, downsize to an apartment. No shame in that. No shame in any of that. Downsize, live your life, and, you know, be a little bit more humble with your shit. That's
in sitcom world and comedians, there's a lot of guys who will have there'll be comedians like doing stand-up comedy, get a successful sitcom, and then 10 years, 20 years after that, the money's gone, things are kind of washed up, they go back out on the road. They got to go be a comedian again. There's a lot of guys that have had to do that, where it's like, you know, a bad divorce, you know, maybe they had a movie come out that they tried to put out themselves, it failed.
Taking a slice of the humble pie.
Yes, they take a slice of humble pie, go, all right, we got to get back to our roots. We got to figure out a way to work. We got to, you know, like you said, downsize ourselves, figure out what we're going to do.
Yep. And it's just like, you know, he's putting out videos. It's just him ranting and complaining. And then he tried the Francis shit again for a while. And that's long dead, dude. Like, nobody cares anymore. You need to find something else that works.
He needs a new bit.
You need a new bit, but to me, it doesn't even appear like he's trying.
If he just became a gun YouTuber. If Boogie right now today became a gun YouTuber,
I honestly don't think he can do
if he walked out every episode, hi there, gang, and pointed that 38 right in the camera,
he's gonna get his channel fucking nuked. He's not gonna make any money. Would that survive?
Maybe that'll be his gimmick on.
I thought like, no, they get demonetized. But if you're like Demolition Ranch and you got like sponsors and everything, you can make a pretty penny. You just have to be smarter with how you do things. Like one of my favorite channels is Demolition Ranch, or like I watch a lot of the military. Like my thing is weird. I look at a lot of programming, speed runs, and then military gun channel. Like not military, but like gun YouTubers, like Demolition Ranch. Like a lot of those
and the
guys.
Forgotten Weapons guy. The Forgotten Weapons guy showing me a crazy French gun from 100 years ago that folds and flips around. He's like, this thing here takes a 38 round, and we load this in, and it goes right in here, and you see the canister fills in this hole, and the gas operates and fills it all the way back through the back end, and then this slides up, and now you're ready to fire.
Yeah,
like
those guys can get sponsorships.
Yeah.
How many companies do you think out there are willing to give Boogie a sponsorship for a guy that fired a fucking gun in the air and went to jail? Like near fucking
there are
school
3
zone.
companies that will absolutely sponsor him.
Who?
All right. Gunco, they'll sponsor him. There's what's the one from Borderlands? They'll sponsor him, and
Teddy Orr.
Period. And then the corporation from RoboCop, they'll sponsor him.
No, I don't think so.
I
think people that have. I think a gun channel with somebody that has been arrested on gun charges. I don't think that's. I don't think that's the best look.
What I was trying to get to with the totem pole thing. It's person and persona. We know the person did this awful thing.
Yeah, but when it comes to sponsors,
persona should now be
when it comes to sponsors,
45 and a 38. I don't give a fuck.
Sponsors are going to cover their ass. No, but listen, sponsors are going to cover. That's different. Sponsors are going to cover their ass because there are people that can't tell the difference between person and persona. So they're going to go and they're going to go and cancel that company. So they're not going to want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Maybe
what happens is Boogie becomes Mr. Gun Safety Advocate, and he starts going around to middle schools.
You know why he wouldn't do that? You know why he wouldn't do that? Because that would take effort. That would take work and effort, and you know that man isn't about that. Thank you.
Yeah, he's like. It'll work to get his dick sucked by porn stars on these. Like,
is he really even working for that though? Because he took 1 foot pic. This is what I was talking about with Jen. I'm like, yo, OnlyFans has some of the hardest working fucking people on there. Like you'll find,
yeah, they grind.
Yeah, like if you go on OnlyFans, you'll find like gangbang queen of Chicago. Like she's taking 7 dicks a day. That's effort.
That's a lot of dick.
That's a lot of hard fucking effort right there.
Yeah, if she's just taking 7 a day times 365. That's over 9,000 dicks a year, Muda. That's a lot of dick.
That is a lot of dick, but you know what? She's getting paid in relation to taking all that dick. But Boogie's like, I'll take 1 foot picture and expect, money. No, it's not how it's going to work. It's like, you better pull out that schlong and fucking start whacking it around on camera if you want to get that money.
Who's the one? She was the white woman that pretended to be black. Is she still on there? I remember people saying that she was like doing the OnlyFans stuff.
She was doing the lazy shit. Like she wasn't showing her asshole or anything. She was doing feet
Here's
pics.
my butt.
Yeah, but she wasn't she was just doing feet pics and shit. And everybody was like, so I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Is she even on Twitter speaking do you think Elon would ever start an OnlyFans for shits and gigs?
That'd be funny if he did. Oh, that'd be funny if Elon Musk bought OnlyFans next and integrated that into Twitter.
Well, tomorrow
would make the $8 worth it.
Yeah, that actually would. Like, if you get like a sub to like his OnlyFans, and then maybe like another one plus Twitter Blue, that might sweeten the deal a little bit. But like, there's going to be a lot of 200 follower Andys tomorrow that are going to have tick marks.
Yeah,
that's rolling out.
I want to get verified as Tupac Shakur. I'm going to start an account, brand new one, buy the Twitter Blue. I'm going to get a burner phone, buy the Twitter Blue for it as Tupac Shakur, and I'm going to post the goofiest shit as Tupac.
Do you think it's really impersonation if the person's dead, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to get popped.
You're going to get lost 3 Pac. Maybe I'll be Tupac's twin brother that you've never heard of before, Jen. I'm his gay twin brother.
But his name wouldn't be Tupac too.
Yeah, no, it would actually. It would be Tupac 2.
Tupac the number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be
Tupac 2. Yeah, I'm new.
Well, speaking of popped, all right. Besides Tupac, there's been 2 high-profile accounts that have been taken down.
Yep.
We've got Kathy Griffin. I know some are skeletons in the audience, maybe remembering that name. Then you also got Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast fame, who's been removed for impersonating Elon Musk. Shocker indeed.
I know. So he fucked around. He found out, but I do think that he was mass flagged, though. I think a lot of people. He was mass reported. I believe he was mass reported. Either way, he did fuck around and found out. I'm not for mass reporting unless somebody's doxing somebody or threatening somebody. Things like that. Yeah, you need to report that. But other than that, I don't believe in mass reporting, even though, like Elon had just put out a tweet earlier, probably maybe an hour prior, that said, hey, new rule. If you are a check mark and you are impersonating somebody else, you're going to get popped. So Ethan turns around and, okay, well, I'm Elon Musk now. And then he got popped an hour later. So
yeah, Kathy
that's what
Griffin,
happened.
Same thing. Kathy Griffin did the most. Oh, God. Kathy Griffin actually went on to, after she got popped, went on to her dead mother's Twitter to keep tweeting. That's what that woman did.
She resurrected her dead mom.
She's fucking awful. I wonder what length she had to go to get on dead mom's Twitter. That's fucked.
Yeah. That's pretty fucked up.
She had to reactivate dead mom's iCloud and relive the memories just so she could continue shitting on Elon. That's fucked. Yeah, that's some dedication.
The fervor was that deep.
Hell is hot and dark, but hot damn, son, there's devils looking at that one going.
Imagine wherever she's resting, imagine wherever she's resting, they come down and they just straight up tell her, yeah, so you're
all right, let's do that skit, Jen. Hey, I hate to bother you, Kathy Griffin's mom, but your daughter has she's tweeting from your account, and she's saying that Elon Musk is a bad guy, and I know
who's Elon Musk. How long is she dead?
He's a billionaire. He's the PayPal guy. Remember PayPal?
Whoa, no. I see. Wasn't her mom hella old though?
Yeah, probably.
It's Kathy Griffin's
I don't know. I didn't watch a whole lot of Bravo, Jen. Why do you think I watched a whole lot of Bravo? What are you trying to say about me, funny. What are you trying to say about me and my choices in life?
Elon's clapback was pretty good.
You think I sit there all day watching Bravo?
Yes, I do. Elon's clapback was really great though, because he was like, no. He said what did he say? You'll also be deactivated if you what did he say? If you're impersonating a comedian?
Yeah. She was impersonating a comedian for years.
That was good.
She could come back for $8.
Yeah, if Ethan Klein wants to come back, and he even made merch.
God.
Elon made merch that said, what did he say? I'm gonna look it up right now.
$8.
Your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8.
Nice. So I wonder, because I'm pretty on record saying that H3 is a jabroni. I have, people say that it's trolling. I just think I'm being funny, posting Pikachu pictures, Pichu. It'd be Pikachu 6 months pregnant with somebody rubbing his belly. Mm-hmm. And then I found out that if another verified account likes that, it shoots it up to the top of the mentions of the person you're replying to. So I would get friends of mine that have check marks to like those tweets. I'd be like, hey, check out this goofy Pikachu pic I just put this thing. So they would always shoot up and they would have to see it. There's something very funny to me about that. I love doing that. So
does it mean that current check marks are going to lose their tick tomorrow?
I hope so. I think so. I don't know. Nobody knows. It's all. Nobody.
He has to. I think Ricky Berwick has been tweeting at him and asking what about people?
I'm not paying my $8. I pulled these cookies out of my ass.
I feel like I wouldn't.
I am not doing it.
I wouldn't pay simply because I think it's cooler to have a pretty high engagement Twitter account and not have a check mark.
Yeah, because that's hard to do. That is before I even got verified, I was fucking doing just fine. Did not change anything on my account whatsoever. If anything, I don't want to be part of those journalists. I feel like the check mark, in the grand scheme of the average Twitter people, is hey, look guys, here's this fucking retard showing up on the internet. All right, let's all laugh at him together. No, I want to be part of the regular crew now. Fuck it, I don't even care. There's a little bit of there's an old Dr. Seuss story, the Sneetches, where some of the Sneetches had stars in their bellies and acted as though they were better than the Sneetches that didn't have stars in their bellies. And that was the whole story, was like, oh man, what are we gonna do? Like, these things think they're better than the other guys, and then in comes to town a guy ready to sell some stars for the bellies. And so once the stars were on everybody's bellies, the Sneetches that had the stars were like, well, we got to pay to have ours removed now. I don't want this star in my belly now that anybody can have it. Yeah. And it became them, he kept selling machines back and forth that would add or remove stars until nobody had one. And it didn't matter who had one and who didn't, like who gave a shit. And I'm curious to see if that's where Twitter goes. If the verification thing becomes less of a have and have nots, or a, maybe a caste
market's going to be flooded. Anytime you flood the market, when anything's popular, or not even just popular, if something's like a camaraderie, like just a commodity, and then you flood the market, nobody gives a shit anymore. So starting tomorrow, that's what it's going to be. Like, there's going to be pretty much any person that was willing to pay it is going to be verified, and it's not going to, you've lost all meaning to it, because originally like verified accounts were supposed to be, this is that person.
Yeah, this is Tupac.
This is Tupac or Tupac 2 or whatever.
Right.
Like New Pac, this is that person. This isn't somebody that's impersonating them. This isn't a parody account. Like, this is the actual person. Now, anybody can say that they're somebody, just like, like there are like the journalists that don't have any fucking followers, but because they wrote a blog post that they talked about on the Washington Post, they're verified. So you're going to have
fair. I've been published. Where's my check mark? Why didn't I get published?
I've been published.
Where's my check mark? Been published all over the place. I do all kinds of stuff.
He not going to tell us. He was published on the Some Ordinary Gamers YouTube channel.
That's right. I'm sure Muda at some point has read a crazy tweet of mine somewhere.
Probably, actually. Yeah.
Look at some odd meme that I posted, like, oh god, Jesus.
What like Overwatch? The thing with verification is a lot of people used to use it as just like really like fucking brain dead, like a status symbol. It really used to be like journalists would like use it as like, hey, we're fucking prominent and cool. And I remember for a long time, like, it wasn't even like me, because I didn't really have a reason to be like verified, nor did I care about it. I remember like CoffeeZilla at the time, because when we were doing Save the Kids, it was like, bro, you're more of a journalist than these guys. So like, why the fuck aren't you verified? Real. And then I remember it was funny because like Charlie, good friend of mine, like fucking, he makes this thing called the Moist Meter, which is like the review for video games and television shows. And it was funny because I was like, man, like Charlie, you have more reach than like IGN or like a lot of these other like publications.
100%.
Why the fuck aren't you verified?
Yeah.
You and Charlie, those memes of you guys, like him throwing the hands up and those memes are going to outlive everybody. Those are going to be around for decades. That is, for better or worse, that's the legacy. That's the thing people know, and everybody knows that's you guys. Where's the check mark? Well, like the check mark should have been there like a week after those come out. Like once everybody in the world knows who you are and has seen that.
Like my thing with it is like when I look at game reviews and I look at a lot of these things or like tech stuff, like, not to toot anyone's horn, but it's like I've seen plenty of my favorite content creators, like especially in the tech sphere, that aren't verified, but yet they have more viewership and more like of a say in the tech field or like the gaming field than like, again, any fucking journalist in my opinion ever did. It's like I look at some of my game reviews like that I've done from time to time, and it's like it's funny because that like beats the general like publication, but because we're not part of that journalist crew or crowd, we're like always treated as like, these nobodies. And so when they started opening up the verification to everyone, it was like, I remember the first few times we like applied, I was like, we were all like, we're not going to get accepted because we're not journalists. And we didn't. Like there were 2 or 3 times that I had to apply before it was even like, oh yeah, you make the content on the internet, we'll give you this badge. But the badge never does anything. It just makes you look like a fucking idiot in front of like the grand. It's like, I feel like the only people that covet it are like the really out of touch types that,
Yeah. It makes them who they are. That's I'm somebody now because I have
I have a Sneetch with a star on my belly.
Do you think this is gonna last? Do you think this is gonna last though?
The Elon,
You think
this whole-
like Twitter? It's all uncertain.
Yeah.
I don't know where Twitter's going. Like it could turn into MySpace and just be like, well, we're all done. Or it could be Facebook where it becomes oops, all boomers. It could be,
Metaverse.
you know, like there's a lot of ways it could go. Like I don't know what the future holds. It's uncertain.
Don't you want to go shopping at Walmart in the metaverse?
No.
Why?
No, I do not. I want to.
I'm gonna paint two fucking scenarios for you, Jen. Okay. You're going to buy a PlayStation game, okay? You're going to go and put on your fucking battery. Or you're going to make sure your headset is charged first because your headset has to be charged. It only has battery life for 4 minutes. So it's got to be charged. You log the fuck into the Facebook meta. You walk around in this digital like Walmart, hoping to God nobody like tries fucking like harassing you in it. You're going to walk to the electronics section and you're going to pick out the fucking game with your goddamn VR controllers and pay for it. Okay, that's one way, all right? Sounds fucking riveting, I know. The other way is you can scratch your ass, open up walmart.com like a normal fucking person, find said game, add to cart, and check out in like 2 minutes. You can do that on the toilet. I have literally bought games. I bought the PlayStation 5 when I was on the toilet, okay? You know that night that it was announced? I was shitting. I had a bad case of the fecal fucking syndrome, and I was on the toilet.
The best of them.
I was on the toilet. I brought the iPad in there. Okay, I wasn't fucking around with no goddamn cell phones and small screens. I had the iPad. I split like Amazon into like 3 different like things. I had 3 pages, and I was buying the PlayStation. You can't do that with a VR headset. You know, it's too cumbersome. Imagine trying to shit and be in the virtual reality meta. All
right.
But have you tried it? But have you tried it yet?
I have tried it. It's fucking weird.
All the metaverse looks like to me is just another Second Life, a PlayStation Home,
That's all it is.
the VR chat. Like it's the same bullshit. Can I have just the biggest, like gigantic, like woodshop teacher sized breasts? Can I have that and walk around the metaverse?
You can't do that because that would be against.
I want to be a Ninja Turtle. I want to be a Ninja Turtle. I want to be a Ninja Turtle with the big breasts. That's what I want. I want to be a Ninja Turtle with size J breasts, walking around the metaverse. Hi, everybody.
Like the thing with like the metaverse shit, and I've said this time and time again to like people. I'm like, how is this going to impress me when at the same time I can load up GTA 5 and drive around like a fictionalized Los Angeles with my friends? That's like 10 fucking years ago. We were doing that, you know? And even the PS3 version of GTA 5 Online looks way better than the metaverses of today. What is different, you know?
I just added legs. We have legs.
We had legs back then. We had legs in GTA. We drive around supercars and do shenanigans. What am I doing in like Horizon Worlds? I'm like,
they've lost billions of dollars at Facebook sinking into this metaverse and the VR headsets and all this crap. And it's all
I tell Jen about my investments from time to time, and it's like I had a joke investment in Facebook, and I'm like, babe, we are never getting that back.
No.
We are never looking at that.
Joke's on you. God.
It was like good morning, and then I just get like a screenshot of like their fucking stock, and I was like, oh, okay.
You know, maybe Facebook makes maybe Facebook buys Yahoo and does something really stupid.
Yahoo.
Yeah. Yahoo.
Dude, I think with the way Facebook is cratering, Yahoo might be worth more at some point.
Yeah, Yahoo might buy Facebook. That'd be funny.
So do you think that so Elon wants to bring back Vine?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He wants to bring back
TikTok. Was he want to compete with TikTok?
Yeah. I think that's what he wants to do.
YouTube Shorts, your Instagram Reels, all the crap, all the garbage content.
I mean,
Twitter will do that. It'll do the scroll thing, but it doesn't really surface it very well. Where you can just keep scrolling if you hit on a video. And I've seen what it does.
It hasn't done the ADD switching video like thing yet. Like, you know, like YouTube's done. Like YouTube does it. Like YouTube Shorts, you could just sit there and flick through everything because I don't go on TikTok, but it's like the same thing that TikTok does.
It's the same crap. You'll see the same crap.
So Twitter hasn't quite gotten that down yet. But I think it's just because, you know, a lot of video content isn't as prevalent, you know, obviously on TikTok and like YouTube Shorts. But it'll just be, I right now, with the way that Twitter is, with all the changes, with the Musk in the room now, let that sink in.
Let that stink in.
Let that stink. I think what's gonna happen. I don't think, maybe besides like this Twitter blue and check mark shit, I don't think a lot is gonna change too drastic.
And he's fired a ton of people.
I just hope the advertising, like, it gets back to normal, because that's the only thing that can actually damage Twitter.
Yeah, and I don't think it will.
But can I just say I'm comfortable with equal moderation across the board? Like, there's definitely been a case of Twitter being very, very, like, you know, like, I can say there's definitely a political affiliation towards the left side on Twitter. Like, a lot of social... I'm comfortable with everyone getting treated, like, a bit more equally in terms of, like, you know, how... Like, here's my thing. If fucking, like, this Matt Walsh guy is being transphobic and shit, like, maybe if you strike him, I'm not going to cry. But if Ethan Klein or like a lot of people, like Ethan made those fucking, you know, posts about the not on Twitter, but like, let's say that he did and you ban him equally, then I'm not going to cry. Like, you treat everyone on the platform equally. Nobody gets like any pass.
Yeah. No get out of jail free.
I would like a pass for meme guys. I want to be able to post music. I want to be able to put memes of Metallica stuff. All the Metallica songs.
Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree with Metallica. They do not fucking play with their music.
I want to have Metallica and Prince mashups in every single meme that I post. That's the future I want on Twitter.
But I think in a week,
strikes anywhere, and the Tokyo Ghoul song, put it all there.
As long as they're still getting advertisements, people are going to forget, because you have to remember, anytime there's any kind of change, people will bitch about it for a day or two or a week, and then they move on, because that's just what humans do. We have this amazing ability of just being able to move on. You know, every single time Twitter changes anything. Are you fucking
serious? I'm like actually like ass mad about everything 24/7.
Yeah, I know.
I feel stuck on stuff from like 30 years ago, Jen. I just want to talk about RoboCop tonight.
But like, as far as something like social media, like, remember when Twitter Spaces started? Everybody thought that was the stupidest shit.
Remember when Arnold called the Predator an ugly motherfucker when he pulled off that mask?
But he was, though. The Predator was. Okay, but then, like, there was Twitter Shorts. Like, Twitter was doing kind of like these Instagram stories.
Remember the fleets?
The fleets, that's what they were called. I mean, and that didn't last. And every single, they even, if they change anything aesthetically, like, remember when Twitter went from square profile pictures to circle? Yeah. Everybody absolutely lost their shit over like a fucking shape.
Okay, but like you said, everyone lost their shit. I think you mean like the absolute like mentally deranged lost their shit.
Yeah,
I hate it. I'm not going to use it because I don't like it. The people that say that they're going to leave over this, they're not. Nobody's
like all the
they're
people.
They're not.
They all moved up into Muda's house. Whoopi Goldberg's living with him right now. Her and Lena Dunham and all the people that want to leave.
Imagine the smell.
Amy Schumer.
I would burn down my fucking house if that's what. Yeah, I'd burn down the house if that's what it smelled like. Fuck. I'm burning the bitch down.
Oh god, it's like a cursed house.
If you have like Amy Schumer and like Lena Dunham, which I guarantee you that bitch does not shower. She does not shower.
Oh god,
hygiene is not for her forte. If she's sitting there in a room like
pussy, like that's their life story.
My pussy smells. Everybody laugh.
Yeah, I remember like those jokes are wild because I'm like those jokes are wild to me because I'm just like. So you're just saying that you don't fucking bathe? Like, is that that like if I say that, I mean that like people look at me funny, you know? They're like, oh wow.
What if male comedians was like, yep, my dick stinks.
I mean, like if I did that, everyone would be like, oh, it makes sense, you know, Indians don't like to shower. They'd come up with a joke like that, you know what I mean? But it's like fucking you can't just come out and say your pussy smells. I have to tell you, go see a gynecologist or something. You got some issues, like you know,
is that accompanied by an itch?
If you told me, Jen, that my pussy smells, right? Like, let's say that you brought this up to me out of the blue.
I have.
You've never said it. Like, you've never said it. Okay, I'm sorry. No, you're not. Don't fucking gaslight me. You've never said this to me. But like,
tell us right now, does your pussy smell or not?
No,
Okay.
no, it does not. No, like mine doesn't. Like, fuck no. But like,
It's very
let's say,
fresh.
yeah,
I'm
but
glad
like,
to hear.
here's the thing: if you told me that and it was like a joke, I wouldn't treat it as a joke. I'd be like, you need to go to a fucking doctor and get that checked because evidently that's not normal. You know?
Yeah,
Oh, you mean okay?
Mine
So
has
wait.
smell
Did
of
you
raw.
say if your pussy smelled or mine?
Yours, because I evidently I
You
don't
said
have
my.
No, I was talking
Mine
about
doesn't. You already know
Buddha
that.
physically has
No.
one. He has a pussy, a bussy, and a dussy, and the other one too.
Oh. I didn't say yours
Got 'em
smells.
all.
No one. Yours is not. But I'm just saying, like, if fucking you said it, if you said it to me, be like, go to a fucking doctor. Why? It's not a joke.
I'm gonna say it as a joke now. I'm gonna be like, now laugh. I'm gonna pull out your gun on you and go, now laugh.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm literally going to like fucking have like the medical staff on retainer for this.
I'm gonna have Boogie pull a gun on me and shoot me.
Oh God, oh, Boogie.
God,
Tired of your
those-
shit, Charles.
We're gonna. You
Nope.
guys should have Boogie on some point.
No.
I'd talk to Boogie. I would have Boogie on.
Do you want to have Boogie on?
I'd have Boogie on. I would do my Boogie voice. I'd put a
Go
piece of
get
paper in my mouth. Hi there, Boogie. How you doing, pal? Oh,
Can I
man,
be mean? Can I be?
funny.
Can we do
No.
good cop,
Can
bad
you
cop?
you bring him on for your birthday?
I tell you what we'll do, Jen. You could be the bad cop. I'll be RoboCop.
No, I get to be RoboCop. You could be nice, fun-loving Charles Conn. I get to be.
I don't
bad
even know if I'm nice. I'm doing my
You
own
are.
thing.
You
I don't know what
are.
I'm
Out of
doing.
this situation,
weird.
you're the nice one, not me.
I just laugh and talk over people. Whatever's funny to me.
Can we get Elon?
I listen.
You should get
I would
Elon
love-
and Boogie, two sides
I
of the
would
same
love-
coin.
Oh,
Elon. I would love to get Kanye West. I want to talk to everybody. Anybody who will come on. I want to talk.
What do you guys
There's
think about Kanye's anti-Jew arc?
his new fucking album is gonna be goddamn fire.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I think about it. It's just
I
a
don't
ploy.
think I think he's doing the Black Hebrew Israelite thing, which they if I got it right, they're the fellows who believe that they are actually God's chosen people and that Israel belongs to them and that they were the original Jewish people. I think that's what
That is actually exactly what he's doing. But here's the
Like
thing:
the,
I think this is just advertising. I think this is pre-hysterical hype because now people are going to be curious as to what the fuck's going on in the new record. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
I'm
I don't
kind of
know if he
excited.
cares about putting out music. I think he
Hype?
wants to do some other stuff. I
Like
think
what?
he wants to build hotels and like design hotels and do different things. Did you see that there's like a celebrity trainer who was posting like it was messages back and forth with Kanye where he's threatening his kids saying, "Well, I'll put you
Yeah.
down.
Oh
I'll
fuck.
fight
Yeah.
And it said and you'll go back to zombie land on all
He's
these pills."
actually
Like,
he's
whoa.
if that was authentic, that guy's an actual piece of shit though.
And I believe it was the same fella that was treating Elliot Page. So I
Really?
wonder what was going on there. Like there's a lot of dots being connected by certain people, and I don't know if it's crank conspiracy stuff. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. I don't know if I'm real, Jen. Women aren't real. I know that. I've never seen a woman before. Are you a real
women are
woman?
not.
Am
They're
I a
not
woman?
real. Am I real?
Muda, are you a woman?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll be whatever you want me to be.
All right, Muda. You are all right, Muda. Here's the scene. You are RoboCop.
Okay.
I am the Predator, and you have to tell me that I'm an ugly motherfucker, and I have to react to it. Go ahead.
I have processed you. You are one ugly motherfucker.
Oh man.
There is no doubt my calculations are completely accurate.
Oh,
There is no hope for you.
Jeez. Oh man. Oh, I'm the Predator. I got these.
It's okay.
mandibles.
Not everyone can be pretty on the outside, but you're pretty on the inside.
Oh, god damn. Well, here, I'm going to hand you this pistol from 1919. I guess I'll go fuck myself. And the Predator just disappears and goes away.
I don't know how to
What?
use this archaic technology.
Yeah. RoboCop tries to fire
RoboCop.
the trigger.
Dude, I watched a new RoboCop movie. I feel like that's not too bad. That wasn't
It
a
wasn't
terrible
too
remake.
bad.
No.
I Sam Jackson I thought was great as the media host. I thought he was doing a
Yeah.
fun gimmick there. I thought that was good. You know,
I like the actor for RoboCop. He's actually one of my favorite like actors. He's on like Altered Carbon and like House of Cards, all that shit.
I'm curious to see where the RoboCop franchise goes because
they got a sick new game coming out.
The first 2 RoboCops were so cool. I like you talk about cool movies that have made an impact, and then there's the 3rd RoboCop, which is like, man, what the fuck happened here?
Just have to get a 3rd one out.
You watch, there's 2 different series of RoboCop TV shows, both of which are like, man, what the fuck happened here? Because it's really, really odd. The first series was like a Canadian produced thing, and like Roddy Piper's a bad guy on one episode. It's very early 90s. The second series aired on the I think it was Showtime and Sci-Fi Channel. It was one of those deals where it was like a mini series that they put together. That was they did like a set of 4 of them, I think, and that was considered a season of a TV show,
right?
And they'll cut them into half-hour chunks, and that one was a little more on brand. It was a little more like RoboCop-y, but it wasn't the balls to the wall RoboCop that RoboCop was. What made RoboCop cool was that it wasn't just RoboCop himself; it's the world that RoboCop's in. Like chaos has reigned in this world in such a way that the media has become hell itself. It's the media had become the media of idiocracy, where I'd buy that for $1, not that far off from Ass the movie and Butt Fuckers. Like,
it's not that far off from the world we live in, man. I mean, when I look at fucking RoboCop,
we're here, we're there. We need a RoboCop now more than ever. We need RoboCop. We need an actual RoboCop. See, that's the thing. Elon spent $44 billion on this fucking Bird app when he could have built RoboCop.
Yeah, he could have made himself RoboCop.
Yeah,
he could have literally been RoboCop.
All right. Here's the question: if you could right now today put yourself in a robot body and become a robot cop, would you do it? Would you do the download your brain into the cybernetic being that'll live forever? This eternal metal shell.
Oh no, man, I thought about that. I
throw a gun in your leg and pull it out and spin it. You could kill people ruthlessly and walk through. The best scene in RoboCop, like as far as RoboCop himself, he walks through this drug lab and all the drug guys are just shooting at him with machine guns and firing, and he's just walking through like it's nothing. He's RoboCop. He doesn't give a shit about their guns.
Who's making this? Is this Elon made?
If it's Elon made, don't expect it to fucking work right at all.
It's not going to function. I've literally been in a Tesla, a self-driving Tesla that like fucking changes lanes, and that shit is scary.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a self-driving. I don't drive.
Okay,
I don't
the parallel park is actually dope as fuck, but being on like the 101 freeway.
Oh no!
On the weekend.
Okay, listen. We did Mulholland Drive with it.
No, you turned it off. I was like, Mulholland Drive is really scary because it's like on in the middle of like a ravine. Like it's very, very narrow. I was like, I know you're not going to, I know you're turning Elon off right now. I know Elon is being turned off.
I don't like modern technology all that much. I like it sometimes when it works, but it feels like 9 times out of 10, I'm saying, hey, Google, turn the lights off. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. I just have to keep saying it like an asshole. And it just doesn't pick me up. I say, hey, Siri, hey, Siri, hey, Siri. Doesn't pick me up.
Yeah.
I like, what is, like, it doesn't work. For other people, it works every time. People make fun of me. Oh, you're not doing it right. You're saying it all. We're just like,
saying, hey, Google, what the fuck aren't you doing right? Right?
Face. I'm right in the microphone on it saying, hey, Google, as clearly and plainly in a loud, clear voice as I can with my hand over my heart, and it ain't fucking picking me up.
Aww.
It just ain't doing it. Just doesn't. And then the one time it works and turns the lights off, it's like, oh man, look at this technology. If I'm laying here asleep and I want to turn the TV off, hey Google, turn the TV off.
It's not worth the amount of fucking privacy you give up if all you're doing is turning off your lights and shit.
No.
You know, that's why I don't have those things.
When,
oh
like,
God, it's horrible. I hate
when you can see Alexa's lights kind of moving, like it's thinking, it's like, what, bitch, what are you doing? What is you doing, Alexa? What is this? What is this going? And then you're like, Alexa, are you listening to me? No.
I've noticed.
I was listening.
That bitch was listening.
About this sort of stuff where I'll go on there and I'll see ads for like retro gaming stuff, and it's like, oh, you've definitely been listening to me, haven't you?
Yeah, I get that.
Google totally listens to you. Absolutely.
When I see Godzilla stuff start to light up, I go, oh, you've been listening to Charles. If I go on there today and I see RoboCop shit light up, I'll be like, this ain't good.
Well, I mean, sometimes it gets really sinister. Like if I check my like Netflix thing, it's probably going to be like, RoboCop's up for, it finally got added to the. I'm like, really?
We were talking about Airbnbs the other day, and I got like fucking like 3 Airbnb ads. I'm like, oh, like it's like immediately, like anything that you say, it's like, I think somebody tested that. Somebody tested that theory. It was on a YouTube video. Maybe it was on a YouTube video. Maybe like it was like 3 or 4 years ago. They were talking about like dog food or dog toys. They were just saying like extremely specific things, and then on Google, like all the ads were geared towards those things. Like all of their YouTube ads were geared towards those things. So I mean, it's just it's quite obvious at this point.
Well, yeah, it gets attacked. Like I mean, they're always like gathering your data just to aggressively advertise to you, and it's just like, damn, dude. That's one of the ways that Elon.
Fuck, but it's scary.
That's one of the things that Elon's going to have to do for Twitter to make it worthwhile. Twitter ads don't do shit. Like they're like, hey,
they have all the ads. It's meaningless if you block all the companies. I went to I subscribed to the Rusty Cage way of thinking because he blocked everybody big, Netflix. So I started doing the same thing. So basically, you grind to get like no ads. Dude, my timeline is so much better. So I've done that. Like I barely get, and when I get a pesky promoted, which over the last week on Twitter, I think I've seen a lot more ads from like random ass companies that I've had to block. But just block them. That's what I do.
So I can speak to this, something of a Twitter expert. If you block several of the ads on there, they will instantly like go, okay, they don't want ads, so we're just not going to give them ads for a few weeks. I think it was 30 days. I might have that timetable wrong. But
I never got no ads. I started getting like the little bullshit ones. Like I remember, I do remember Rusty posting that he got like he's like blocked everybody, that he got some like pool safety, some water swimming, anti-drowning safety thing on his promoted. And I remember I had made it to that point because I got that exact same ad. And I was like, all right, they're down to the wire, but I never not got any ads.
You know what ads I really hate? There's ads for stuff that I'm never gonna buy. Like you could show me 1,000 alcohol ads and car ads. It's like you're wasting your time, guys. Show me them all. Those I don't care about. It's when it's something that I've already bought and it's aggressively advertising it to me. It's like, dude, we got it. Okay, we've already bought it. You don't have to advertise it anymore. We got it. We've already got it. We've already bought Resident Evil. We don't need to see it again. Don't shove it in my face. I'm done. I've got it. I own the product. Please, just for the love of God.
In case you want to buy it again, there's a chance you'll want to buy it again. So
what am I going to do with it? Buy 2 copies to shove up my ass?
I've never bought multiple copies of games.
2 copies of Time Card for $5.99.
Multiple copies of games. Back in the old days, if you were a reviewer, you would have to buy multiple copies of a game to test it on all the different systems, to be like Xbox, PlayStation, GameCube. Then you have to buy the Game Boy Advance and later the DS, and like try out all these different games because they were all, whatever it is, Harry Potter 6. But you have to try them all out to see the differences and be able to speak to that.
Sometimes I buy games on sale because I'm too lazy to switch the disc or switch to the other console.
Oh, that's good.
I just buy them on sale. Like I see them for like $4. I'm like, I'll just do it. Whatever.
For the price of a Asiago chicken from Wendy's, I'll buy a video game that I like on the system that I'm on, so I don't have to switch to the other one.
Yeah,
like if it's on the Nintendo or something, like and then with the Steam Deck now it's I just want to focus on computer stuff. I'm curious to see what Nintendo does to respond to the Steam Deck.
Fucking nothing.
Does Nintendo even smell their farts?
Oh, you're gonna get them started.
You got. I love it, like because Jen has a Nintendo Switch because she's like a fucking gamer,
lady,
I guess, a Nintendo gamer. So like it's funny because like I'll just every time she'll like play a game on the Switch, I'm like I'm doing it but better.
Throw it on my face. Look how smooth this is. Look how smooth that this.
I'm not doing it to throw it.
I own an official translation of the first Fire Emblem on my Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
If I hadn't gave my Nintendo Switch to my mother, I would be playing that Fire Emblem right now.
Well, like the Steam Deck is like hella smooth though.
Yeah, the little bit I played, I played a few minutes of the DuckTales remastered on there. I played that, and I played 2 minutes of BioShock Infinite on the Steam Deck, and it's
good.
Pretty well. I was like, okay, yeah, this looks pretty good. This works pretty good. Those were the two games they had installed when I touched it. I was like, all right, here you go. I guess I'm done with this thing now. For now, like when I find the time when I want to be Mr. Gamer, maybe I'll do something with it.
Mr. Gamer.
Yeah, like I'm Mr. Work. I don't want to play games. I want to work. There's memes. Somebody's got to bring these
memes to be seen.
Yeah, if we're gonna be the best, we got to push the hardest. We got to record the podcast. Sometimes we got to re-record the podcast. You gotta keep hustling. You gotta keep working. You gotta keep pushing. That's my message to everybody here at the end of the show. Muda, where can we find you? What do you got to plug?
You can find me at Some Ordinary Gamers, my YouTube channel. I also do a podcast myself, Some Ordinary Podcast. And yeah, that's where you can find me. Oh, and also Twitter as well. But yeah.
Oh yes, he's verified on Twitter. You'll find me.
I have the curse.
For now.
Muda's mentions posting pictures of Pikachu pregnant. I post memes on Twitter. I got all my memes and stuff on there. You can follow us, the Real Weird Sickos, on Twitter. I have lots of weird stuff going up on there. Follow that account. Jen, what do you got going on?
Nothing.
The Real Weird Sickos podcast account.
That's it. This is it.
And we've got, if you want to buy some premium tasty coffees, cocos, and teas, use code BASTARD when checking out at Coffee Brand Coffee. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.